Welcome to another podcast. This is your girl Nana Yayeboa, and this is On the Drive. Yesterday I had the pleasure of going to a little village of a very small place outside in Ontario. It's a little town close to Paris and Brantford and off the 401, the region of Waterloo. Now, these are the little places that sometimes we don't even think they exist, but they're beautiful and they do exist. I will post some pictures in this video for you to see what I saw yesterday. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about finding solutions or finding remedies to problems. Why do we need to find remedies to problems? I'm going to talk about my mindset when I was introduced, a new system was introduced. The first thing I did was, no, it's not going to work. Bad. As soon as I said, no, this is not going to work, nothing worked. Because I had already tuned my mind to things are not going to work. So they are going to stay not working. I had the support to go through the education of it. It took me a moment to catch myself and realize the trap that I had fallen into. Practice what you preach. I preached change in mindset, but I fell into the trap of the negative mindset, and it backfired on me. When I realized, I came to the realization of this mindset that I have thought negatively about a new system change and it was having an impact on me. I quit it. And when I quit that and began to find solutions to it, it rather opened possibilities. Now, the reason why I had that negative mindset was also listening to people. When you listen to people, be careful of capturing or taking in what their mindset is. That is the mistake I made. I took in these other people's negative mindset of a new system, and it became mine, and it caused me too much pain and sorrow. However, when I found the solutions or found remedies to it, it became much more tolerable. So right now I'm driving on this patch of road that I normally drive. I'm going to turn the camera around, which is being fixed, and normally it's very smooth, but it's like life, you know. The path is smooth, and then you meet some bumps, and then you chance to go through these parts, even though it's drivable and very, very noisy. Sorry about that. We're almost to the end, and that is the end of our rough road in life. And here we go into a smooth transition back on track. We never left the track. We didn't detour. We were still on track. Just hit a rough patch and we back again. So back again to this finding faults and the negative mindset that we capture or we get from people, and being very mindful about all those in our lives. No successful person has kept a negative mindset and become successful unless that is your job, to find all the faults. in things to help companies. What are they called? Risk management or whatnot. Yes, risk managers. Unless you're a risk manager, you are trained to find faults so that companies can find solutions. But if you're not, and you're like a person like me, living, figuring out this world, this life, and just trying to do your very best to live an authentic and successful life, then you need to change that mindset. You need to change the bandwagon of when people get into the mindset and they start complaining. If you are complaining, you better be able to come up with a solution. There is no problem without a solution. There is always a solution. During the civil rights era in the United States, or even, let me give the example of African countries. Irrespective of the fact that African countries were colonized, it took the ideas and the dream of one person to say that we need our freedom and we are going to fight for it. They found a remedy to colonization, which is decolonization. So even poverty has a remedy. What is the remedy? That is where we need to start from. Find remedies to problems in society. And these remedies starts with a change in mindset, the way we think. Poor people think they are poor because they were born into poverty. However, there are stories of poor people born into poverty, who asked themselves, how can I make my life better? That singular question changed their lives. There's this story about this young man in either Kenya or Uganda who has changed his story from being poor to being rich. And how he did it is by providing service, by making tire shoes or slippers or sandals for people in his community, starting with his family and selling them at cost. When he began, people thought, is he crazy? People will always think you're crazy. People thought he was crazy, but he began and he is successful. So you may be crazy, that is fine. Be crazy enough to start something. Be crazy enough to transform or change your story. Be crazy enough to find a solution to whatever the problem is. So you may be born in a poor country. That doesn't mean that you are poor. The poverty is the mindset. So please change that mindset. If you're a complainer, change that mindset to a solution mindset, to a remedy mindset, to a rectifying mindset. Have a beautiful day. This has been your girl Nana Yeboah on the drive. We'll come back to you with motivational and inspirational words. Look at that. I am not the only person on the road at this time of the morning. However, it's so beautiful and it's so serene. We are gifted with precious nature. Have a blessed day. Like, share, subscribe. This has been the On the Drive with Nana. Yeah.